Greetings, my name is Lisa Covington, and I'm here today to present to you a proposal for rolling out micro-credentials on campus. In this proposal, I will present the following: what micro-credentials are and how they serve learners, how I propose we launch micro-credentials, and some alternative options regarding the use of micro-credentials for our campus populations. So what are micro-credentials? Micro-credentials are best summarized as bite-sized chunks of education. They can stand alone as a demonstration of successful learning, or they can be stacked to lead to additional certifications or even degrees. Micro-credentials help to attract new learners. These could be individuals who have been in the workforce for some time and need to upskill for a career change, or as a means of adapting to changes in their fields. They also serve students who need a stopping point. Rather than dropping out of school with only student loans to show for your time in school, micro-credentials allow for students to have a tangible way to demonstrate what they have learned. It's also important to note that micro-credentials can be both for academic credit or not for academic credit. Demonstration of successful completion of a micro-credential is typically demonstrated as a badge. So when rolling out micro-credentials and badges on a campus, selection of a software is one of the most important aspects to consider. Another consideration is where to begin. This analysis presents a scenario where the software selected is Badger and the where to begin is faculty. Badger, now known as Canvas Credentials due to a recent acquisition, allows for a fully customizable micro-credential experience. Not only does it allow for the easy awarding of badges, but it also allows for learners to house their badges and to share their growth. Though Badger was acquired by the same company that owns the LMS Canvas, Badger is still able to integrate in other LMSs, including Blackboard. Badger seeks to help institutions and their populations in the following ways: increase enrollment and completion rates, foster engagement, and validate skills in order to showcase workforce readiness. Though the ultimate goal is to implement badges and micro-credentials with students, this proposal is actually to begin with faculty. The thought process here is to iron out any issues, to earn faculty buy-in, and to identify which college and school to first launch student badges in. Badges are a new way to educate students, and it is important we acknowledge this change before beginning a large-scale rollout to our student population. We want to be effective agents of change, and in order to do that, we will need faculty buy-in. Once we identify the area with the most faculty buy-in, we utilize that college or school as the area to first begin awarding student micro-credentials. There's a theory called the law of diffusion of innovation that backs up this method. Within this idea of diffusion of innovation, users are divided into 5 categories: innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. The law of diffusion of innovation tells us that in order to achieve success with a new idea, we have to have the innovators and early adopters on board. By identifying where this area of buy-in is, we should be able to set our institution up for a successful implementation of student micro-credentials. The timeline for implementation is as follows. In June of 2023, the institution will purchase Badger and begin developing badges for faculty professional development. Examples of badges that could be developed include serving the university in a particular way, completing trainings on instructional design for online courses, research completed, publications. The options really are endless and can be customized to fit the mission and vision of the institution. In August of 2023, faculty will be introduced to Badger. This will be done as a part of the Professional Development Symposium done the week before classes begin. At this point, faculty can begin earning badges. In November of 2023, the institution will review faculty participation in Badger. How many badges were earned? What worked? What didn't work? It is also at this point that the college or school with the largest percent of faculty engaged in earning badges will be identified. In January of 2024, the institution will launch the Badge Committee within the college or school previously identified. These faculty will begin developing badges that are stackable into their academic programs. And finally, in August of 2024, the institution will launch student badges within the college or school previously identified. Implementing micro-credentials in this way would benefit the campus community in three main ways. First, it allows for faculty and student growth. Professional development opportunities for faculty will be clearly defined. Skills identified by the university as important will be highlighted, and there will be clear next steps for faculty to receive the training they need. Additionally, badges will be able to be displayed within email signatures and in annual evaluations. Second, by piloting badges with faculty, the institution will be able to see what works and what did not work before rolling out to the student community. And third, it will help with the streamlining of the learning process for students. When introduced to students, badges will help students see the clear next steps they can take as they earn badges on their way to completing degrees. When it comes to the software itself, one of the advantages of Badger is its relatively low cost and its scalability. To launch Badger on campus will cost $9,370 for the first year. This cost is divided up into two parts: the implementation fee and the fee that allows for up to 1,000 individuals to be able to earn badges. There is not a limit of how many badges an individual can earn or how many individuals can do the awarding of badges. Finally, some alternatives to this scenario. First, rather than beginning with faculty, the rollout could begin with students. One way to do this would be to identify a field that has industry standards and to align badges to those standards. One such area could be nursing. Though badges would not give students in this field the credentials they need to work as a licensed nurse, it would help students see the benchmarks they have progressed through as they work their way through the nursing program. This type of gamification is known to increase student motivation and retention rates. Other options would be to pursue different digital tools for the awarding and housing of badges. Some options include a Credible, Digital Promise, and Course Loop. Overall, this is a low-cost, high-impact implementation with only a moderate risk level. Moving forward, costs could increase as we would need to increase the number of students able to receive badges. However, it is expected that the impact on student retention and increase in student enrollments would easily offset these costs. As always, if you have any questions about any of the information we have covered today, I would be happy to answer them. My contact information is available to you on the screen. Thank you for your time.